Yeah, listen, believe it. We are back. We're live. What's going on, guys? It's been a while, been a couple of weeks. So I just wanted to say welcome back. We got Dow Trading here. We got Jax. We got 1001011011010. We got Tech Degenerate. I don't know, W Bicknell. MMFDV12. What's going on, guys? If you're just joining us right now, do me a favor, drop some love in the chat here. Just say hi. Let me know that you're in the chat. We got Yumi, we got Bunny, nice. We got Ryan, Linda, cool. Eduardo, what's up? We got Eduardo. Yeah, so guys, I just wanted to say welcome back. Happy New Year's to all you guys. It's 2026. I'm glad you guys are all here. So just wanted to give a little update before we get too far into anything. Basically, I think so. I had a really great holiday. I hope you guys all did too. It was a good Christmas. It was a good New Year. I was doing a lot of traveling back home in New York, long days of driving, and just wanted to spend time with the family, prioritize family over trading, which I did do. And my results show that. My trading results have definitely slipped a little bit. So time to lock back in. And the reason I say all this is because obviously I haven't been going live, and I just wanted to, again, I'd rather be spending time with my family and with my friends while I'm there. Now, that being said, I got home this past weekend. Obviously, it's Wednesday. I found that I really enjoyed having this kind of balance of, being able to talk with some of my friends in the morning, or honestly, just like peace and quiet. So I think moving forward, I'm not going to be going live every single day of the week. I'm thinking maybe going like live once or twice a week with you guys here. I'll think of a schedule and I will send that out to you guys and let you know what that's going to be. And I'm going to do my best to stick to it. So yeah, moving forward, again, not that you guys have been expecting me every single day because I've not been here for a couple of weeks, but I think we're going to go kind of more like once or twice a week and maybe the occasional 3 days a week here and there. Because I really do enjoy doing this, but I also have found that I enjoy having my own time to trade. So cool news is I'm actually going to let you guys know here in just a second. You guys might have seen my friend Matt Monaco. He's got a Substack. He does like a daily trading journal, which kind of inspired me. I love being able to share some knowledge, and it's also for me just a really good way to keep myself accountable. Make sure like journaling my trades. So I decided to make my own, and I thought it'd be really fun if I shared it with you guys. Number one, because then I can actually just keep in contact with you guys a bit better on my off days. I don't need to be live to be talking with you. And I hope it can help you guys see the other side of it instead of just like live trading, but also see what I'm thinking of when I'm needing to know where to adjust, thinking about where I need to place more focus in my trades. And you guys can get a real look at the actual trades that I do take and what those results look like. So I've actually dropped that in the description where that link is, but I figured I'd do something fun here. Right. And by the way, we're going to be getting into, I don't really have a whole lot to actually watch today. I've got a couple of ideas, but nothing I'm really too heavily biased on. And also for reference, I've definitely started this year in quite an aggressive drawdown the last couple of days here. So I'm taking my foot off of the gas a little bit. I think this is largely due to the fact that I did size up about 2 weeks ago. It's been kind of more aggressively scaling into the bigger size again, which has been good, but this has not been the right time to do it for my strategy, unfortunately. But I think there are some other problems along the way there. Reason I'm saying all this, though, I don't know where I was going with all that, to be honest with you. But what I figured would be fun, right, is, I've got this Substack here. And by the way, maybe I'll just share it really quick. I'll share the screen here. And I'll drop this link in a little bit. But I'm thinking this, right? I want to be able to stay in contact with you guys, and I want to be able to help you guys. So here we are. This is my Substack. This is the first post that I did. It's a short one. I just wanted to get something out here, and I'll start making some longer ones as well. But what I want you to do, for anybody that wants to follow along with me, if you leave a comment, number one, and so down at the bottom, you'll leave a comment. And then number two, you subscribe to it. It's free. Just subscribe to the Substack. What I'm going to do is in like a week, I'm going to choose one of you guys to do like a one-on-one trading. Sorry, I'm switching my screen back over here. Like a one-on-one review session with you. So basically, yeah, for any one of you guys that follows and subscribes and then comments on it, I'll choose one of you guys at random to do like a 30 or a 60-minute one-on-one with, that we can just kind of go through some of your own trading, and hopefully you can ask me any questions that you need. Let's have the link. Sure, I'll give you the link. So if you want to go ahead and do that, I just dropped it in the chat there. If you're on either YouTube or Facebook, that link should have just popped up right there. If you're on Twitter, you'll need to go over to the YouTube or the Facebook. So yeah, if you want to, link's right there. Go ahead, click on it, subscribe, follow along. And I want to, again, I thought it'd be a cool way to stay in contact with you guys on a more regular basis, where I can just kind of every day I'll be posting on there. And I thought it'd be fun, you know. It's funny, you know, it's like weird traders, right? Traders like don't, I don't know. I don't need to send you to, I'm not like, I guess like a lot of things. What am I trying to say with that? Sorry, I've got like, my email's popping off. I see you guys are subscribing. But what I was saying is, as a trader, like, I don't need money, but like, it's really fun to be able to like, be like, have a subscriber on my Substack, so I can be in contact with you guys. It's like, that's currently what I want to do. I want to, yeah, you and Matt are starting Substacks. Yeah, so that Matt actually inspired me to start one. I thought it'd be kind of fun. So I tried for a while. I tried posting like on Reddit, and it just sucks. The Reddit community is just, well, I tried posting like Wall Street bets, mistake number one. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to do that, but maybe I'll make a Substack where I can like kind of write more in the blog post style. Anyways, we got like 5 minutes left. I'll bring this back up again towards the end of this for anybody that's tuning in. But yeah, for anyone that both subscribes and comments on that Substack, I'm going to be choosing one of you at random within the next week to do a one-on-one trading conversation with. Again, I don't want to call it coaching because I'm certainly quite the idiot, but at the very least, I can go through and we can kind of talk trading together. You can show me some of your trades. I'll go through some of mine, and we can just have that conversation together. What's Substack? It's just like a blog site. I dropped the link in the chat. Again, I'll drop it once more here for you guys, for anybody that wants to comment and subscribe. So I just dropped it in the chat there. I'll drop it again towards the end of this. And as always, I want to give a quick shout out to my friends over at Trade Funder. They're the reason that I'm here today with you guys. So let's talk stocks now. We got about 5 minutes before the market opens. And to be honest with you, there's not a whole lot out there that I love. As I mentioned, I'm starting this month in a drawdown. So we are, it sucks. It's part of the game. And to be honest with you, a lot of that has come from my short selling. The market's it's definitely been favoring longs the last couple of days. That January effect is in full effect. And here's what I mean, right? Like Lucy, we're just catching a very steady bid. This isn't the type of long that I personally would really want to take. It's just kind of a grind up stock. But it's, you know, it's kind of the theme of what we're seeing in these gappers lately, is that dips are being bought up and really don't fight the trend. Now, I think probably best stock today for me personally, or one of my favorite small caps. I don't love the way it trades, but I do like the daily chart, and that's SkyQ, SKYQ. So I think this has got room to run. We've got a pretty clear level of resistance here at 76 cents. By the way, for anybody that's looking right now, some of these. There we go. For anybody that's looking right now, just a recap as to what you're looking at on my screen. On the left side right here, you're looking at the intraday. On the right side here, you're looking at the daily chart candles. So again, we've got just kind of this breakout forming. Yesterday was a really nice, strong third day surge. Now, again, we've got resistance up here in the 70s, right? 77 cents roughly. And that's kind of where it topped out at in that 24-hour trading. But I do think that if we can, first of all, that's a nice 10-cent push if we can set up for some kind of dip and rip. And then number two, again, if we can hold that level, if we can start pushing that in the form of a breakout, man, I certainly am curious to see if this can keep running. Now, again, I think this is probably like a bigger picture play idea. It's not something that I'm all in on by any means, but I do like this as a potential watch. In terms of day one gappers, there's not really a whole lot out there that I love. Rhyme, I'm seeing a little bit of a push that, I don't like that at all. So, yeah, I think Sky Q, as we're pushing up here to 69.70 cents, just a couple of minutes before the market opens, I'd love to see a dip and rip on this out of the gates. A little bit of a back burner watch is actually Tesla for like a first green day today. I mean, the thing's just gotten hammered the last couple of days here. It's gone from about 500 down to 430 with only one attempted bounce day here, and we just made new lows again yesterday. I think this probably tries to bounce. We're already gapping up $2 or $3 a share. I would not be surprised to see a trend catch. So I definitely am going to be keeping an eye on Tesla, be keeping a close eye on Sky Q. Besides that, right now, I don't have a whole lot in terms of multi-day watches. Let me check one other. Silver overextended gap down could maybe be a short on that. Okay, yes. And then maybe a multi-day breakout on Data Vault, DVLT, over that 150. That 150 level is our key level from the last couple of days here. Yeah, DVLT 150 is currently our key level. We're gapping down slightly right now. So I'll be keeping an eye on that $1.50 level. This is going to be a back burner. I'm just going to set an alert on this one. For right now, if I see this popping up into the like 130s, 140s, I'll have a reminder. I don't want to buy this one early. I could certainly see this fading as well, but it did try to go red yesterday and reclaimed, so that is certainly a sign of some strength. Man, Tesla's pulling right out of the gates here. What else was I looking at here? DVLT. What was SOPA doing today? Oh, gap up. Interesting. Sky Q, nothing big on that yet. Silver, again, overextended gap down for sure. This certainly could be the start to the end, the beginning to the end, if you will. And I don't know, but what I will tell you is this: I don't think it's very healthy that we just broke out a very clean breakout and then a gap down immediately after. To me, that's like what's going on here? What gives? Yeah, again, I don't think that's very healthy. But this would probably be more like a swing trade idea. Oof, Tesla's getting smacked. Tesla's getting smoked. Maybe not on the first screen day. We'll see. That's a really aggressive sell-off. Now, we'll see if we can hold yesterday's lows. Give me just a moment. Don't want to feel this moment. thinking about a little dip buy there, but I suck at dip buys. And also, like, I'd rather let this prove itself to me before I just start hopping in. Because the truth, I mean, again, it just feels like trying to catch a falling knife right now. So I'd rather let it hold yesterday's low. Now, again, if I had caught this a little bit more aggressively down at like 432, maybe. But, what I would kind of be looking for would just be a hold of yesterday's lows, which are right around 430. It's like 429. Nice bounce back. Okay. I wish I was a little bit quicker, but regardless, I wasn't. So what do we have here? I see on my scanner popping up. Again, I don't have a whole lot. Ooh, what is this? I don't know. Let's see that news. So something like CAPT could also be a bit interesting. We've seen this type, especially in this current market, we've seen this type of trade offer really interesting longs. These are what I call day one with no gap, right? It's a day one move with no gap up. And one thing that I've noticed about these, especially this January, and as if you read my Substack, you'll see what I'm talking about. There's a lot of these stocks that just kind of pop up on day one that lately are just really freaking strong, like really strong. And they just run farther than expected. Now, this is kind of like the pattern we'd call this is something like an exhaustion bounce, where it's just the daily chart. We're at new all-time lows, and we've seen what this can do, especially for something like CAPT, right? Fresh all-time lows goes from 40 cents up to like $2 in the day, or intraday rather. So definitely curious to see if this can try to do something similar today. I don't know if it'll be quite as big. We do have some resistance, but the resistance really, we've got some resistance starting around 58 cents. Then more around 76. So I'm going to keep an eye on this one. I think this could be a fun one. These are ones that I used to have a lot of success with on the short side that now I don't have nearly as much success with. Like this month, especially in January, it seems so far, have really turned very strong. We saw this recently on LVRO, right? Very recent, which, by the way, is still holding up. Now that could be a trade. We saw this recent on LVRO, right? We had no gap up, just ran, and it just kept running. It was like, screw it, we're going to go higher. But this is interesting. This is still holding up pretty well. This actually might be a really good back burner watch here today. It doesn't have any volume, but if we start breaking out over this 120 level, listen, I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. I think 120 is kind of the key area here. I'm going to get this up on my order box just so I'm ready for it in case it happens. But anyways, I'll update if we end up seeing a trade on LVRO. Again, I'm looking at that probably through the 120s. It's a pretty strong starter area for a multi-day breakout. If we go here to the 15-minute chart, and let's just take off after hours for now. Right. We'll see that was a pretty key level here. It very key support level there, resistance level there. Not to the dot, not to the T, but pretty close. And so I'll be keeping an eye on this through that 120 area. This would be a really nice multi-day trend break. And this is one that I'd feel relatively confident taking some size on, the risk on basically $1, right? Risking like 20 cents a share to start, a little bit wide, and then ideally looking to add into that trade if it starts working better, if we start forming higher lows over like 110. I would love to see higher lows over 120. But again, I'm looking a little bit far in the future right now. Just going to keep eyeing some other trades. Ooh, NVVE. I don't know what this is, but that looks fun. So this is our daily chart here. Exhaustion. This looks very similar to LVRO, by the way. This might be the better LVRO than CAPT. NVVE. I didn't take any right there, unfortunately. I'm going to be keeping a close eye on NVVE. This certainly is looking better than CAPT right now. Yeah, this is looking very strong. So again, if I compare these two, and I don't love, by the way, like taking these types of trades, to be completely honest with you. I like them to have better structure, better setup, better reason to run. But right, if I'm looking at these two comparing CAPT, we're getting a lot of weakness right here. Our biggest volume candle was a failed high day break, whereas something like NVVE, our biggest volume candle actually was a recovery wick against VWAP. So definitely going to just keep an eye on this. I would prefer, again, I can't overstate this, I would prefer a real setup, but this is what's been working lately. This has been the theme of the market, LVRO. And then the next day, there was another one. I don't remember what it was. TMDE, I think it was TMDE, which, by the way, how's that doing? That also is holding up, man. That's also holding up. Got some contenders to watch here. CAPT basically just gave back all of its gains, by the way. So not keeping an eye on that one anymore. Anyways, I'll keep an eye on NVVE. But TMDE also, I'm keeping that on a back burner. That's a third day surge candidate right there. So, and I think also, what could really increase the, effectiveness perhaps of these would be something like NVVE making a really strong run today, because it proves that this kind of, again, I call this a day one with no gap up, right? Which TMDE, it looks like it gapped up, but it didn't. It just, someone bid it up. It wasn't like a gap in pre-market. If NVVE or CAPT, although CAPT is not currently looking good, that basically just gave back all of its gains. Let's just go to NVVE. If this can hold up and do something very similar to what LVRO and TMDE did, I think what that proves to me is that this setup or this thing going on in the market is still really strong. And then all of a sudden, everyone who missed NVVE tries to rush into the next one, which to me, I like the way LVRO looks a little bit better than TMDE right now. Although TMDE is a potential third day surge, which is good. I just think that LVRO has been holding up a little bit better. So what I'm going to do I also don't like the structure quite as much on TMDE. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set an alert over $1 on TMDE. I'm going to set that alert at $1. How's Tesla doing, by the way? Got a lot. So what started off as not having much to watch. Oh, dang it. What a ripstick. What a ripstick. Yeah, I should have. And then we did again. I really should have not chickened out on that buy, but that's okay. It's just not my bread and butter. I'm trying to get better at it. It's something I'm trying to get better at. is trading these, like larger cap stocks. But right now it's not what I'm good at yet. But that means I got to practice, and a lot of that practice really just comes through doing like kind of what I just showed you, right? Talking through the idea out loud, seeing if it works. It's almost like paper trading in a way. I was just seeing like, was I right on that idea? And I would have been right on that idea. Next time I just need to act. And maybe that means taking 100 shares, right? It doesn't need to be anything crazy. And not that I would have gotten filled at 432, but call it 432.5, right? With a risk on yesterday's low, that's like a $300 risk, which for me ain't no thing. So it's like that can be the practice right there. Just keeping the size small and getting those reps in. But anyways, for now, let's take a look. NVVE is starting to consolidate. This can hold near VWAP. I'd consider a long on it. Needs to set up for me. It's got to show me, because this doesn't have a real setup to it, other than that it's like a reverse split that has been holding up. I would really, really want to see this show me a sign that this wants to run. So, for example, one thing I'd love to see on this would be like a fake high of day breakout, a failure, and then re-break out over it. That I think would be awesome to basically, again, get shorts really enticed in this. What's AMOD? Why is AMOD still holding up? This was, interesting. This was, if I remember, I'll turn back on. $7. This is a gapper after hours yesterday. Yeah. Oh, this is under VWAP. I don't like it. Back to NVVE we go. CAPT is almost red, by the way. All right, just keep an eye on this for now. Again, I'm gonna be patient on this, not rush into it. Just really try to let this play itself out, see if it wants to set up. I've still got on a separate tab right now. I'm still watching TMDE and LVRO, just in case they want to have some fun, in case they want to do a little tango. LVRO is pretty close, actually. I'll probably look to take a starter here through 120. The volume sucks. The volume is not very good on it. So got to keep that in mind for sizing right now. Again, my personal risk will likely be right around $1. So if it breaks under $1, I'll sell for a loss. So that's, again, keeping that in mind. I'm not looking to oversize right away, but if we start setting up, this is one that I could see myself taking pretty good sizing and, being happy with it. There's an argument for risking low a day, but again, the problem is the volume is so low right now that I think risking low a day is going to be tough because the spread could be under there. Like that's keep that in mind. If like I don't want anybody here following a trade just to follow a trade, right? And actually, I don't want anyone here following a trade to begin with. I want you trading your own ideas. I want you trading your own setups. I want to be here as the person to help kind of teach you some of those along the way. But keep this in mind that this is a really illiquid stock. So when I trade these, I keep in mind that all of a sudden the spread can be like 10 cents a share. And before you know it, all of a sudden you just tick down and you're down, whatever, you're down basically 10%. So I got to keep sizing in mind when I'm trading these. I mean, I always have to keep sizing in mind, of course, but you know what I mean. Again, I cannot emphasize this enough. Do not follow me into a trade. I'm here to show you guys what my types of strategies are, show you the way that I trade these, okay? All right, LVRO isn't doing anything yet, so I am going to go back over to NVVE, which, by the way, is setting up a bit better. We're getting close here. again, I don't have anything in that I'm like particularly in love with yet on this, but just keeping an eye on it, hoping that we can set up. SLRX is also running today, a day 2. That's kind of just starting to run. We had a low volume move on it yesterday. So I'll keep this on tabs as well. Got a lot to watch today. Nothing that's really a guaranteed setup quite yet, but oh, that's a bummer. That's why we stay patient, though. All right, I'll bring it back over to SLRX for now. If we recover on NVVE, that could be a really good trap. That could end up being a really good trap. But for now, I'll just watch what's moving. And guys, as a reminder, I know some of you guys are now just tuning in here. How many people we got? Nice, we got a good little room. Just as a reminder, for those of you guys that are new or just tuning in, rather, I wanted to remind you guys that I started a Substack, which is basically just a blog inspired by none other than Matt Monaco. And what I wanted to do with that is have a way to, well, actually, let me start from the beginning. I'm probably not going to be doing these streams every day. Obviously, I'm back from the holidays now. And I had a great time. Obviously, during the holidays, I was trying to just prioritize time with family, friends, not trading every single second of every single day. And that meant taking a little bit of a pullback from these live streams. Now I'm back home in Denver, but I've also kind of come to appreciate having a little bit of time for myself in the mornings. Sometimes it's nice just to be like peace and quiet. Sometimes it's nice to talk to some of my friends. So I'm going to try to do this. My goal is to be doing these with you like once or twice a week. But I know for anybody that does like being here with me every day, I want to make sure that together we can stay in contact. So I started a blog. Basically, it's called a Substack. And I just made one quick little post today just so I could have something to share with you guys. But it was basically just a recap of yesterday. So this is what it looks like. Just a quick little post with some charts. So here's the deal. As I was telling people, for anybody that subscribes, there'll be a button on your screen when I send you the link that says subscribe and leaves a comment on my Substack. During the next week, I'm going to choose one of you guys at random, and we'll do like a 30 or 60 minute just one-on-one trading talk together, where we can go over, talk some of your trades. If you're having any issues in your trading, maybe we can look over at them and see if I can add a new perspective to them. But I figured it'd be a fun way to drive some engagement to that Substack and connect with you guys. Also, that means that on the days that I'm not live streaming with you here, I'll still be able to stay in contact with you, and you can see, you can learn from my trades, see what I was doing well, what I wasn't doing well. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that link in the chat for you guys right here. So again, anybody that comments and subscribes on this Substack, I'm going to choose a winner next week. Winner it makes it sound like my time is actually that valuable, but maybe for some of you it is. We could talk together for like 30 or 60 minutes about trading. And yeah, I think it'd be a lot of fun. All you got to do is subscribe to the Substack and comment on one of these posts here. So drop that link for anybody that feels like joining. It's free. It's a free Substack, and this will allow us to stay in contact every day. Unfortunately, there's nothing. None of the stocks that I was watching are doing anything. Tesla, I think, would have been the best buy. Well, if I really thought that, I guess I could buy it again. It's a failed first green day. Man, I don't know. This is crazy. Again, I just don't understand large caps quite enough yet and how they move. Like, if I'm seeing this on a penny stock or small cap stock, I'm going to be like, I don't love it. I don't love it. It's like a failed high a day break. But again, like, I just feel like fundamentally large caps just have this bias towards going up. Like they naturally seem to want to go up more. So does that inherently mean that most dips are worthy of being bought. I don't know. That's why I'm here questioning myself. Let's go back to NVVE. This is holding decently. Not great, but it's not falling apart completely. SLRX kind of fell apart there. Yeah, just nothing. Again, right now, I'm really trying, if for anybody that reads my Substack, really just trying to practice the art of patience right now. I feel like my trading has definitely slipped a little bit. It's definitely slipped in the last couple of days here. And the market structure has changed a little bit. But more importantly, like my stock selection is really kind of fallen apart. So that's going to be where my next level of focus is really just waiting. Waiting and staying patient here. NVVE, a nice little trend break there. One second. Sorry, 1 second, folks. All right, NVVE, this is looking a little bit better. I don't really want to buy strength on this, to be honest with you. Cool. NVVE is starting to look a little bit better here. Again, just staying patient. I don't want to buy this initial strength. I just don't feel like people are really trapped yet. Could be wrong, but it certainly doesn't feel that way. I saw some folks talking about Lucy as well. Man, I don't know. That was when that high day was breaking. I'm assuming that wick isn't real, although I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this. I mean, maybe if we start breaking over 2 here, then we have like this breakout of the failed breakout. But, it's not my favorite. It feels very choppy. It will say it is breaking out of that trend from earlier, which is good. But I think this just needs more time for me. It needs some more time to confirm. All right. MNTS. Oh, it's thank you. Yumi said that's not a real wick. Ray of Sunshine says Tim is posting about Lucy, but I'm not sure what strategy he's looking at. Do you know? It doesn't seem like one of his dip buying. No. So Lucy is what we call like a day one gapper, right? It's just a stock with news that gapped up today. And likely what he's looking for is just continued strength on this. Again, lately we've had a lot of strength in small caps, and so I'm assuming he's just kind of trying to follow that trend. Lucy's an earnings winner. Okay. I saw a question about MNTS. Man, that did work. That was a nice third day surge gap up. I did not personally like this that much. This stock sketches me out, and maybe that's just me being a little baby about it. But here's the thing, right? It feels super controlled. Now, I will say, again, they did an offering at the end of the day on, what day was this? Monday? At the end of the day on Monday, they did an offering, and then it held up. I don't know. Clearly, it's working. So it's probably me just being a baby. I just like stocks that do offerings like that and then hold up. It could be one of two things, to be completely clear. It could be, number one, the stock is really strong, so it's just holding up. Or number two, it's just being super manipulated. And I don't know. I've seen too many offerings go like stocks like this just dump and turn into like liquidation stocks. But that's probably just me being a baby about it. So also at this point, the entry I think was either this dip and rip through 12 or this break here through 1290. Now it's again, like it still could set up for another trade. I missed the first one. So yeah, I'm going to stay patient on this. LVRO falling apart. NVVE, I don't think we're going to hold up, at least not for now. That's this could turn into something later. This is holding up well enough right now. Where again, I don't think the trade on it's going to be like here in the next couple of minutes, but I do think I could very realistically see this turning into like an afternoon breakout, as long as we're holding over like this $2.90 to $3 level. If we're holding over that, I would really be curious to see if we can hold up and show some more strength here towards the afternoon. But for now, I'm going to just work. I'm just going to avoid, let it try to play itself out. I don't see anything right now that's getting me all that excited. Let me check one other chart that I saw in my scanner. I just saw this hitting scans. No, I don't know why that hit my scanner. For now, I guess I'll just end it on Lucy. I'm trying to stay really patient. That is my goal. That is my plan. I want to stay as patient as humanly possible and just let these trades play out a little bit better first. I've been going through a little bit of a drawdown to start this month. I certainly don't want to make it any worse. And so I'm just kind of dialing back a little bit. I was trying to really push, I think, aggressively for a really good month this month. and that meant pushing size. Now, to be fair, I push size on setups I'd normally take. The setups just haven't been working quite as well as they were last month and in November. So I'm personally taking a little bit of a step back in terms of risk and stock selection. For me, I think I'm going to be placing a very, very, very big focus on stock selection, on focusing on the right trades, which, to me means probably not taking as many trades throughout the day, but being confident in the ones that I do pick. SkyQ is holding up. We've got a little bit of a breakout here at 73. Unfortunately, we've got resistance right at 76. I would almost rather watch this for an afternoon breakout than I would this morning. I could see this being really choppy in the morning and then starting to work going into the afternoon. So going to avoid this for now personally. I don't have anything that I'm in love with at the moment, but I hope that changes here in the next couple of hours. So I'm going to get wrapping this up here, guys. I just want to say it was great to be back here with you guys again. Oh, awesome. Wick Tickler said, Bryce, what webinars do you do and when? I'm a member of DIT and would love to join more. Yes, I go live Monday through Thursday. It's at 10:30 Eastern time. It's called Small Cap Recap, aka Small Cap Rockets. If you go to the Stocks Trade University on the university page, you should just see it like at Bryce's morning webinars or something like that. But I go live every day at 10:30 Eastern. I'm in about 25 minutes. I'm going to be going live. So I hope to see you there. I think it'd be great to see you, my friend. Now, awesome, Wick Tickler. I'm glad. I'll see you there. Like I said, I'm going to get wrapping up here. I want to say two things to the folks that we've got here. And obviously, one of those is going to be a shout out to my friends over at Trade Funder. But once more, because, well, I think it would be really fun. Tech Degenerate said, what resources can we get? Well, without going full send on the DIT, I think DIT is phenomenal. So I'd highly encourage any of you guys that are looking for some more coaching and tools to help you out to look at DIT. But like I said earlier, I've started a free Substack. I'm going to pump this because I really, like I said, I don't really care about money because I'm very fortunate to make great money trading. But I think it would be really fun to have a good little following of my blog. And I just started it today. So what better time? So I'll drop the link here in the chat. But again, where we go, or here we go. I'll drop the link for anybody that wants to join my Substack. I started out with one blog post that I uploaded this morning. And basically all it is just kind of recapping my trading yesterday with a couple of charts. I'm going to make them longer in the future. I just wanted something to share with you guys today. So here's how I'm making this work. For anybody that, number one, I'm going to drop the link for you guys, and there will be a button right here that says subscribe. And then if you also comment on it, if you subscribe to the Substack and comment on my post, what I'm going to do is next week, I'm going to choose a trader to have either a 30 or 60-minute one-on-one trading review session with. So we can go through some of your trades, go through some of mine, and show you guys, again, what's working for me, see what you might be struggling with right now. All you got to do on the Substack is, number one, subscribe to it. And then number two, comment on one of the posts. Let me know that you're watching. I'll drop that link in the chat right there. And again, this isn't just for trading review, but it's also for anybody. It's going to be a way for me because we're going to be doing this like once or twice a week live on YouTube with you, where I'd absolutely love to help you guys and be trading with you. But on the days that I'm not, we can still stay in contact on the Substack. I'm going to be posting on here every day, whether that means it's a trading journal or maybe just a broader trading concept. In one of those ways, we're going to be there together. So anyhow, just wanted to put that out there. And for anybody that is interested in getting a 30 or 60-minute one-on-one trading session with me, well, if you subscribe to the Substack and comment, I'll choose somebody next week. And how about this? I'll notify you through Substack. That's fun. Now, I also want to give a huge shout out to my friends over at Trade Funder. They're the reason that this webinar is possible. And I just saw some of you guys, I just saw a bunch of you guys subscribe to the Substack. So awesome. Welcome in to the new awesome fun Trader Bryce trading blog. Again, make sure that you comment on a post too. You got to comment in order to be enrolled. But anyways, guys, my friends over at Trade Funder are the reason that this webinar is possible in the first place. Great team, great guys. So I am excited to give them a shout out. I know a lot of you guys already know about my friends over at Trade Funder, but for those of you guys that don't, it's been a hot minute. I know we might have some new folks in the stream today. My friends over at Trade Funder it's a prop trading firm. And what prop trading means is that Trade Funder is essentially a company that's going to give you money to trade with. And then they're going to take a split of the profits. Now, how much money are they going to give you? They're going to give you 25 grand. This will allow you to go over the PDT rule and up to $100,000 of margin, aka buying power. The profit split is one of the best in the prop firm industry. It's sitting at an 80-20 profit split, meaning if you make 10 grand, you're keeping $8,000 of it. And then they're going to keep that extra 2 grand. It's their way of allowing, they need to make money, right? Like they're not just going to give you 25 grand and say, there you go, it's all yours, right? This is a business for them. Now, what you do with your profits is completely up to you. They love traders that want to stay there for the long run. But if your goal is just to make enough money so that you can get your own trading account over PDT, you can do that too. Whatever works for you. Your profits are your profits if you make profits. They've got risk management rules in place. They're not just going to let you lose all 25 grand of their money. I'm sure you can understand that. If you gave your friend $25,000, I'm sure you wouldn't want your friend to lose all of that either. But they believe in you because you're here on this stream with me. And really, what that means is, well, they believe that you've got a better chance of succeeding in the market because you're learning from a millionaire trader here on the stream. So they want to give you access to a discount. And so normally, if you were to get access to a regular Trade Funder account through their website, it would run you $1,400 plus a $99 platform fee. With Trade Funder, this link that I've just gone ahead and I've dropped in the chat, again, if you're on YouTube or Facebook, it's going to be a $600 discount. So you're going to be getting access to Trade Funder for $800 plus that $99 platform fee. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's the perfect solution for every trader. I don't know you. I think it's an amazing solution for a lot of traders, though. I personally use Trade Funder as one of my brokerages that I use. I've got a bunch of them, right? But Trade Funder is one of the ones that I absolutely love. Again, if you're going to get access to more money to trade with, are you going to say no? I'm not. So anyhow, guys, go ahead and make sure that you go ahead, click on that link and see if it's a good fit for you. If you got any questions, by the way, shoot them an email, support@tradefunder.com. They'll get back to you ASAP. Right? Yeah, so I see 100101 said, it's probably a really good prop firm. I tried Goat Funded Trader and it literally only had 15 stocks. Pretty sure they were actually CFDs. Yeah, Trade Funder is not like that. Trade Funder, the only time you won't be able to take a trade on Trade Funder is if it doesn't meet like a minimum volume requirement, which is understandable. Like there are going to be some trades that unfortunately are just trading like 5 shares. It needs to just have high enough average volume. It's really great for trading small cap stocks on the long side. I know that's a problem that a lot of traders have had with other firms or whatever, especially like overseas stuff. Not the case here with Trade Funder. Go ahead and check it out for anybody that is wanting to see if it's a good fit for you. Again, only you'll be able to do that. And there's a bunch of FAQs on the page. Now, by the way, NVVE, getting really interesting now. Earlier, I told you I wanted to see a fake breakout, then consolidation, and then a breakout of that fake breakout. Well, we got our fake breakout. We got our start there. So I'm going to be keeping a really close eye on this $3.80 break. Unfortunately, right now, the only risk level is down at 3. So I would prefer to see this set up a better risk level. But before I hop off, just kind of want to walk you through this trade plan here. I need to go walk my dog, unfortunately, so I do need to get going for my next webinar. I'll be looking for a buy through $3.80. If we don't set up a better risk level, I'll just be looking at it for a scalp. So, yeah. Going to be keeping a close eye on this through the $3.80 level, and hopefully we can set up a better risk level, maybe a risk here at 345, but ideally one more higher low around 350 or even VWAP, and then that breakout. But we'll be looking to buy a break through $3.80. All right, everybody. Again, last thing that I've got for you. Last time I'll remind you, and I'll remind you next time we go live here, but I started that Substack. Anybody that both subscribes to the Substack and comments on the Substack, you're going to be entered to win a one-on-one trading review session with me. I'll choose the winner next week. It'll be either a 30 or a 60-minute session where we can go together and kind of go through your trades, talk about my trades, your trades, and if you're struggling anywhere, maybe we can help identify one of those issues. So I'm going to go ahead one more time and drop that link over to my Substack for anybody that does want to subscribe. It'll be a way for me to stay in contact with you guys on a daily basis because I'll be posting there every day, whether that means posting my day-end review or posting some broader trading concepts. But it's my blog, and I don't know, I want to stay in contact with you guys and help where I can. So again, this blog is also just largely a way for me to stay accountable to myself so that I am reviewing every day and I'm not being an idiot every day because I've gone through a little bit of a struggle. So great to see you guys. I'll see you guys back here. I'll also let you know on the Substack eventually when I'm going to have a schedule where I go live like once or twice a week here on YouTube with you guys. I'll let you know what that schedule is. And, you know, if I'm going live a secret third time throughout the week, I'll let you know on there too. So everybody, it was great talking to you guys again. I know it's been a couple of weeks, so glad to be back here and see you guys. I'll see you guys back here. Maybe I'll go live again Friday. Maybe we'll try to go live Friday. Probably not tomorrow. I'm going to be a little bit busy tomorrow anyhow, but I think Friday could be fun. So let's try for Friday. Just check on YouTube. Make sure you got your post notifications on YouTube, so that way you'll be notified when I go live. It'll make it a lot easier so you don't need to guess. So good seeing you guys. I'll see you again soon. Subscribe to the Substack. Check out Trade Funder. And yeah, that's all I got for you. Peace, everybody.